Hi, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about Miller's Girl. I know I'm really late with this one, but in my defense, this is not even out here in Portugal. So I went to a press screening and so this is not even officially out, but I know this came out, I think either last month or early this month. So I know it has been a while since this one came out in the US, but I can only review it right now, so this will have to do. I hope you are still interested in it. And to be honest, I didn't really heard a lot of people talk about this film. It was really talked about when the trailer came out, and because it is Jenna Ortega, everyone was talking about it. But when the movie officially came out, I don't remember seeing or reading any reviews. I guess now I know why. But before I get into that, let's properly start the video. So, if you don't know what the movie is about, it's a pretty straightforward storyline. It's basically about a young writer that becomes obsessed with her high school creative writing teacher. That's basically it. And because it is a simple story, I'm not gonna give away much more. As far as the cast goes, as I said, this one stars Jenna Ortega, but it also stars Martin Freeman, which they are like the both leads. And it's a really interesting dynamic. But it also stars Bashir Salahuddin, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, and Gideon Adlon, who I personally know her from the show The Society, but she has been in other movies, so you might recognize her. And yeah, I guess let's move on to my thoughts. So, as I said, it is a pretty simple and straightforward story, but at the same time, there's a lot to it. It's hard to explain, but when it comes to the actual story and the pacing, it was exactly what I thought it would be. But some people warned me that this wasn't like the best film. So I went into it with mild expectations. But somehow I was really like engaged, and I think I know what it is, but there's something about the film that's just addictive and you just can't look away. At least that's how I felt. Even though the story was slow and there's not a lot to it, I just wanted to see more. I was really invested in these characters, and I think the main reason why this works is the actors. Like, their chemistry just really works and you just can't look away. It's so engaging and so compelling. Yeah, I don't know. I was really glued to the screen and I wanted to see more of these interactions. Jenna Ortega is really good, but I feel like she's starting to be a little bit typecast, because her character here, Cairo, she really resembles Wednesday, the way she acts, and how she views the world. Really similar to Wednesday Addams. Still, I really liked her in here because this film also has like a gothic atmosphere, so it works. But I think it's her chemistry with Martin Freeman that really works. And as I said, their dynamic was really compelling, and I think that's what makes the film. I also think the writing is pretty good. Obviously, this is about writers, so the writing had to be good. And not only that, I think the cinematography is beautiful. Again, it has that gothic atmosphere, that gothic vibe. I really liked like the settings and the costumes. I loved her costumes. It's really simple, but it's just, yeah, there's something about it that I really like. What I didn't like though was the soundtrack. The soundtrack had a lot of pop songs that I think it killed the vibe. Like, this is a thriller, it's a romantic thriller, slash an erotic thriller, and the pop songs just killed the thriller vibes. And yeah, just wasn't a fan of the songs. The main score was good, but then yeah, there are a lot of like pop songs and I just wasn't into that. Apart from that, I really liked how the movie looked. I liked the story, I liked acting. It was pretty good in my opinion. What keeps the film from being like really good is the ending. I don't know, the ending felt a little bit lackluster to me. I was, as I said, really invested, really engaged up until like the last 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes, I wasn't really into it. I didn't really like how they resolved things, how things ended. But yeah, it's just those 5 minutes. I can erase those last 5 minutes and just pretend they don't exist, because everything else that happened before the end, I was really into it. Now I know that people weren't fans of this film. I don't know why. I mean, I kind of get it. Not a lot happens, but I don't know. Maybe this was just made for me. I was really into their dynamic, the student teacher thing. I don't know. I liked it. I also liked the setting, as I said. And yeah, I think this is really similar to Deepwater, the movie with Ana de Armas. I think Ana de Armas and Ben Affleck, if I'm not mistaken. Even though I know people weren't fans of that one either, I thought it was okay. I do think this one is better than Deepwater. Maybe I was just expecting more from Deepwater. This one, it was sort of what I was expecting. It went slightly in a different direction, so I like that. But yeah, I think they are similar. They have a similar tone. And so, yeah, I guess post that, let's get to my scores. So overall, I'm gonna give the film a 3 out of 5. Maybe you were expecting more. Maybe you think 3 is too much. Yeah, it just, I needed more things to happen, and that ending just didn't do for me. But I would say this is a movie that I would rewatch. I probably wouldn't own it, but I would totally rewatch it. I liked, as I said, their chemistry. So yeah, if you like some like romantic thrillers, I wouldn't necessarily call this an erotic thriller, but there are a lot of like sexual scenes and sexual moments. Nothing like explicit, but yeah, the language and everything, it's not for like minors. So if you like those, maybe give this one a go. Jenna Ortega and Martin Freeman are really good, as are the other like side characters. Everyone is really good, so I would recommend this one. In terms of cinematography, I give it a 3.5 out of 5. I liked how it looked. It could have been a bit more stylized, but I think it was good for what the movie was going for. There were 1 or 2 scenes that were a bit odd, like the camera placement, but it was fine for me. And originality, I give it a 3 out of 5. It's not super original. As I said, it's almost an erotic thriller, but I don't know, I I can't really remember a movie with like a student teacher dynamic and one that looks like this. So I think it is original in that regard, but where it goes, it's not super original. But I liked the dynamic and I haven't seen that before. But if you know any films that have like a similar student teacher dynamic, let me know in the comments. I would love to check them out and compare them and see if I like them just as much as I like this one. Yeah, if you know any movies that look like this one, tell me in the comments. And yeah, so these are my thoughts on Miller's Girl. Again, I know I'm late to the party, or not a party, because not a lot of people like this film. So I think most of you have either seen the film or at least heard about it and decided not to watch it. So let me know in the comments if you are one of those that watched it and didn't like it, or if you just didn't watch it, you just didn't give it a go. But mostly tell me if you are like me and if you liked the film, because I liked it. I know it's not a perfect film and it's somewhat cliche. For some people might be a little bit cringe, but I liked it and I was into it. And yeah, let me know if you are like me and you enjoyed Miller's Girl, because from what I've seen, not a lot of people liked it, so I think we are few. But yeah, I guess that's it from me. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video.